Hello there. In today's RimWorld challenge, I'm starting out stranded in the middle of the ocean, in my birthday suit with nothing but a fishing rod and my primitive survival instincts. Like a horny high school boy on a Friday night, we're going to find out how far I can get with just a rod and some luck. So here we are, castaways in the vast blue. There isn't much to do, besides casting our line out and hoping for the best. Yeah, the early days are rough. We are living off raw fish, but not exactly the sushi paradise you might imagine. I love sushi. Our survival depends on what the ocean provides. Days blend into nights as we fish. Who knows, maybe we'll pull up a treasure chest, or maybe just more fish. But every now and then, the ocean gods bless us with some steel, or even the occasional pemmican. Ocean pemmican is a no-no, so the kiwi can have it. What I'm really hoping to snag are more pieces of wood to expand my raft. When I left my home, I was hoping for a peaceful life. Just me and the seagulls, away from technology. But I quickly discovered that escaping it is impossible. The pain is bad, but the enhanced senses will be useful. I think it also made me paranoid, because I often feel like I'm being watched. A week has already passed since I arrived here. To celebrate being alive, I built myself a bedroll because sleeping on the hard raft wasn't doing my back any favors. Much better. But my sleep is interrupted by two men eating sardines, trying to chomp that dong. Gotta bonk those fuckers. What I did was so scary that a white shark decided to become tame. Summer was close. Besides fishing and slowly expanding my raft, I didn't do much. I was starting to feel lonely. There were the seagulls. I wish I had installed the forbidden mod. But luckily a woman crashed in a transport pod nearby. I hadn't felt the warmth of a woman's body in ages, so I rescued her. I even defended her from a mad seagull. It might have been just jealous. I patched up the woman and turned myself into a pillow. She didn't enjoy my company, so she left. It didn't do any good for my mind. But the big sad went away when another woman wanted to join the colony. We were a great team, and she was a nice fishing partner. Until she turned traitor. I managed to take her down with a lucky punch, took her clothes and shot her to death. This made me realize the ocean is not the peaceful place I expected. But now I have a revolver to defend myself. And you know, I'll make good use of it. The next day, as I was fishing, I saw a figure in the distance. A man in red was slowly approaching, walking on water. He wasn't Jesus, but he had the traits of one. Beautiful, quick sleeper, perfect memory, and industrious, this 20-year-old was a master of every skill. He offered his help for a place to stay, so I accepted him. He was vegan or something because his ideology didn't let him fish, but he didn't mind eating meat, so it was fine. Just when I thought things were looking up with vegan Jesus on board, luckily I was able to quickly patch him up and save his life. The upcoming days were calmer. An infection, a mental break, food poisoning, a plague, you know, the usual. And just like that, summer was over. We started the fall in force. We expanded our crew by saving Kirk, whose spaceship crashed in the ocean. And there's also Fox, a friendly tribal who will stay with us for some time to learn about our culture. As our crew grows, so do our ambitions. We set up a research spot for the vegan Jesus to research heavy bridges so we can expand our raft using more materials. As the days go by, we slowly expand our little raft and receive an interesting quest. Caravans from a friendly faction are being harassed by a pack of 3 kiwis, and they request our help to deal with the beasts. It's an easy quest with a really useful reward. A vanometric power cell that produces 400 watts of free energy. The piggies heard about our new piece of tech. Spaceships crashing in the ocean seems quite common from what I have experienced, but we gained ourselves a new crewmate. He shares the same ideology as Ivanov, so he's not a fan of fishing, but he makes himself useful with research. Another season passed, and we celebrated with a party, but we had an uninvited guest. One day we had a lucky catch, some pieces of cloth. Using the cloth and some wood that we bought from a trade caravan, we can build pontoon bridges. These cost less wood, which is nice, but what's so great about them is that they can support heavy buildings, like a proper research bench and an electric stove. Using the free energy produced by the vanometric cell, we can finally say goodbye to raw fish, even though I still love sushi. By researching heavy bridges and sterile tiles, we are now able to build silver bridges using the silver we had laying around. I want to build a proper research room to speed up research, but this platform will do for now. When you are in the middle of the ocean, there are bigger threats than raids, for example a cold snap. Minus 22 degrees Celsius during the daytime is not great, but we were able to survive and keep all our fingers. As the end of the first year approaches, new threats start showing up. We captured the creature for study, but we had to kill it later. If we want to survive another year, we need to get serious. We started by building a planter box so we can grow resources like wood, cotton or food. It's decent for now, but we'll need hydroponics at some point. Some refugees were asking for a temporary place to stay. Some extra hands will be helpful. With their help, we built a roof over the platform and expanded the raft even more. In the meantime, another guy temporarily joined to learn about our non-existent culture. Using more of the silver we had, we expanded the research platform and our base started looking more like a home. We finished researching hydroponics and finally built a table and some chairs because the debuff from eating without a table started hitting hard. It's finally time for the refugees to leave. They thank us for the hospitality and we thank them for their help. Now we are on our own again, plus Ben. Seeing we are fewer now, some obsidian fiends decided to attack us. But we had the high ground. Rocky move. A dude crashed in the ocean. He was incapable of violence. We were incapable of saving him. We get a quest to kill more aquatic creatures for another small vanometric power cell. Knowing aquatic creatures can get on a raft, we accepted the quest. Oh, this summer was hotter than usual, and the heat stroke started building up. This forced us to build a room where we can cool down. But first, we have to deal with another anomaly. We built a cooler and the temperature started dropping. A trade caravan arrived, and we traded our junk for more wood, cloth and silver, which we used to expand the raft even more. And as always, being rich attracts more raids. Then we bought a telescope from another caravan so we can stare at the sky, and we have quite a nice base. A room for research, a dock for fishing, a planter box so we can grow stuff, bedrolls in the open air so you can watch the sky before sleep, somewhat of a kitchen, and even a tailoring bench so we can craft apparel. But it's far from finished. We built 2 hydroponic basins so we can quickly grow more crops, dealt with a wild man eating our food, and then some Itakins drop-podded into the fucking research room. We captured a few so we can get into another business, harvesting organs. We traded the organs for some firepower and a monosword so we can defend ourselves from the upcoming raids. Shortly after, we received a call from Dyer, who was begging to join us. There seems to be a threat following her, but with the weapons we just bought, we are not scared, so we accepted her. In the morning, some losers from the Pollution Pest factions show up. We welcome them with a new Plastiloto turret. Dyer finally admitted what was following her. Apparently she was supposed to marry the leader of some faction. She became drunk before the ceremony and vomited on the altar, an insult towards the guy's whole family, so they seek revenge. We kinda liked painting the ocean red. I look like Bob Ross after all. So we accepted a quest from the Empire to deal with 3 groups of Itakins. A few days later, the first group of Itakins showed up and tried to steal our stuff. Then the second group got a bit too close, so we used the flamethrower. It wasn't great in water, but it worked. Dealing with the third group was easy. They also tried to steal our things. We collected whatever stuff they came with and then traded some of the junk. Whisper crashed nearby and we saved him. He had paralytic abrasia, but with all the glitter word medicine laying around, Ivanov was able to treat his condition. Besides that, the upcoming days were calm. We researched and fished. We built a radio terminal at some point so we can buy more resources from trade ships. We waited for a ship to pass, but no luck. It's been 2 years since I found myself stranded in the middle of the ocean. A lot has happened, and I'm really proud of my progress. Starting with nothing, I was able to build a place I could call home. The boys got into position, ready to defend against the machines. Suddenly, I felt a searing impact, and flames engulfed me. The world around me blurred, obscured by the growing darkness. I awakened from my slumber to find the base in decent condition. It's been almost a week since the incident, and my mood is low. However, venting frustration by insulting Dyer provides a slight uplift. The desire to escape this place grows stronger. I yearn to build a ship and depart. With determination, we set to work. We mine a steel meteorite that crashed into the ocean, enabling us to construct a tidal generator. Its output of 2200 watts of power will be sufficient for our needs. A woman named Lurk approached our raft, murmuring about a scientific breakdown. All she needed was a lab. We accepted her, granting her access to our lab. In addition to her expertise, she posed knowledge of alchemical practices, capable of transforming steel into more valuable materials. With Lurk's help, we researched and built a deep drill to extract coral stones, which we could then turn into bricks to expand our raft. After a long wait, we made contact with a spaceship, but unfortunately they didn't have anything useful. We dealt with another anomaly and discovered what's wrong with Lurk. The pulls down everyone, and sensing trouble, a mysterious man in black joined the colony to help us, but the one who needs help is him. Luckily we get there in time and kill the hammerhead. Fast forward a bit, the raft is now fully upgraded. It wasn't just about upgrading, it was about I need the wood to build a canoe. As the machines prepare to attack once more, the boys begin packing up. I swiftly board the canoe, bring Luxembourg along, and get the fuck out of here.